Let's tie Shane Stalcup's Twisted Hackle Emerger. We begin with a Tiemco 2487 and uni thread in 17/0 white. Lay down a good base of thread and bring it back, almost halfway into the bend. I'm going to build a little bump here. I like to use that bump to push up the fibers that I use for the shuck portion. Got a bit of antron in clear or white. Not too many fibers. I don't want those fibers to stop the fly from hanging down into the water. Also, you note that it's not an evenly cut bunch. I like it really shaggy, so the tips or ends of the antron are not even. I'm going to bring the thread up to about 2 eyes back from the eye of the hook. Trim off my antron. You can use Zelon, post material, whatever. And build it up, get a little bit of a taper on the abdomen. I've got a red goose biot right here. I'm going to tie it in. And the notch is facing to the back so that when I wrap, I get a smooth body. And tie off that thread so I can wrap the goose biot. The biot in a pair of hackle pliers and just wrap it up to the front, just overlapping the previous turn. I'm going to tie off the goose biot, trim the excess material, and go. I'm going to tie in my done hackle. The shiny side is facing down, but it doesn't really matter too much on this one, especially since we're twisting the hackle around the thread. Apply some dubbing to my thread, and I'll use it to build my thorax, and as well as leave some on the thread and then wrap the hackle around the dubbed thread. You don't need very much. You're only going to wrap the hackle around there about 2 to 3 times. And dub that thorax. I'm going to wrap that hackle now around the dub thread. And trim off my hackle. Now, see, I've got just about an eye's width left open there. It's got a little bit of dubbing in that section, but I've taken 3 CDC feathers in a dark dun, line them up and place them into a pettigene clip. Trim off the middle rib, and I've got those fibers trapped in that one clip. And I'm going to transfer it to another clip so that I expose the butt ends. Trap it by the butt ends, excuse me. Now I'm going to take a stacker from pettigene and push those fibers all together. And I get a nice little bundle of CDC fibers, all lined up. And the technique I'm using, it'll look like the elk hair caddis with a little bit of a head, the band of thread, and then the rest of the CDC. So the fly right now is basically done, but I need to do a little bit of trimming. I'm taking some of the hackle and actually pulling it more to the side. And do it with your fingers, or you can, in this case, use the bodkin to help you out. Now, I don't like that wing to look so shaggy, so I'm going to round it off a bit by cutting off at an angle on the top and then also from the bottom. Looks more like a wing. Now I just need to touch up the thread with a marker. And that's my Twisted Hackle and Merger by Stalcup.